Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Zaza here, or Zara, whichever one you want to call me, but my friends calls me Zaza, so we're friends, aren't we? Yeah, so today I am bringing you a new video, very different from what I have done in the past. I am bringing you a get ready with me video. Kind of, anyway. So basically, I went out over the weekend on Saturday, as you do, because I tell you all the time, you still need to be you, even though you're a parent. And I used some new products, which I want to talk about, because I cannot believe, for the life of me, how well these products worked. Like, I'm actually really shocked. I go through a lot of different makeup and different brands and so on, always looking for the perfect foundation, perfect concealer, perfect base like primer and stuff, and struggle, but I've actually found some that I'm quite happy with. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to share my views, my opinions on the products that I have. And first of all, I will start by saying I have already done my eyebrows, because ain't no one got time for that. So should we get into it? Okay. So first things first, the other day I did a Superdrug, I don't know what you call it, delivery. Yeah, I got a Superdrug delivery, and I bought a couple of items, not many. Yeah, really not many, but just things that I needed. And I bought 2 primers. The first primer I bought was an e.l.f. primer I wanted to try out because I heard that it was quite good. And I also bought this one, e.l.f. Infallible Mattifying Base Primer. So let me go ahead and put it on. Now, I did like this primer because although it was a bit, no, it's a bit like, how can I describe it? It's not tacky, it's very soft. I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely feels very soft on the skin, and it does feel like it's covering and mattifying your pores. I generally have quite enlarged pores, which I'm trying to tackle, which can be a bit annoying. I mean, I try to use different products like Body Shop products and other products that I found like Kiehl's and so on, but I don't seem to be able to tackle these pores. I use a lot of masks as well. I try to use masks as regularly as possible. Now, if you're like me and have really oily T-zone, you'll like to, you know, really emphasize these areas when you're applying your makeup. So I feel like that has applied. I do like to let it sit for a bit before I put anything on top of it. Make sure it seeps into my skin, and it is completely covered all over my face. So get into the fun part. This is not from Superdrug. This is not from a makeup store. This is my new favorite thing in the entire world. It's Fenty by Rihanna. Listen, I use this makeup. I got this makeup the other day from Harvey Nichols, and I used it when I went out to, I actually went to my friend's family party, and this makeup, this foundation, which I am the shade 420 for anyone who wants to know, is incredible. Like, you have to take a minute to really take it in. Like, I've tried different makeups. I've tried Bobbi Brown and MAC. I've tried cheaper makeups also, like Kiko. Foundations, sorry. And none of them has even come close to this. What is it actually called? Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. Okay. Let me just go ahead, because the love. I also got the foundation brush. Excuse it's dirty because I've obviously used it. So this is the 110 foundation brush. Hopefully you can see it. It is very soft, and some people have said that they didn't really like the brush. They didn't think it was worth the money because it was, I believe it was £21 if you're from the UK. I believe that's how much they were selling it at Harvey Nicks. So I'm going to apply this, and just in case you are not aware, although there have been many videos regarding this foundation, it oxidizes, so therefore it is better to get a shade above your own. I should really take my earring out because it's just getting in the way. But yeah, it's better to get a shade a bit lighter. Really work it in to your skin. I am a beauty blender girl, and I have my Real Techniques beauty blender sponge, but I did want to try the brush. And just to let you know, this is how much I saw quite a few people do reviews on this foundation, and I wanted to try a couple of the bits for myself, and I thought I'd start by obviously getting the foundation, the brush, but I actually hadn't gone to the store and seen it myself. So in order for me to work out what shade to get, I went on the Harvey Nichols website and I had a look at what they had. Well, they basically had like a shade, like a, what do you call it? Like basically where they displayed women's faces, skin tones, and they showed you which shade of foundation to buy for which skin tone. I was kind of back and forth between two. I kind of know my skin colour. Like in the winter, I know that I'm more yellow, and in the summer, I know that I am very red in tone, undertones. And I felt like it could be one of two. So what I did was, I know that I am a shade, I think it's NW44 with MAC. So what I did was I went on Google, as you do, you know, and kind of had a look at people that are similar skin tones to me, looked at a couple of blogs, articles, and found which one looked closest to NW44 and closest to my skin tone. And I was able to get this one, and it seems to match me perfectly. So, sorry, I'm doing this so slow, and I do like to put it on my eyelids a little bit because my eyelids are actually darker than the rest of my face. Don't forget to do round here where you get foundation lines. I hate that. Like, do not walk out your house without ensuring that around your chin has been done. You look a fool. And voila, as you can see, it's matte. Yeah, it is matte, and I enjoy that in the foundation, especially because I've got oily skin. But it doesn't dry your skin. It doesn't make your skin look overly dry like a lot of matte foundations do that I found. They just make you look ashy, and no one does not want to look ashy. No one. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh, okay. The other jewel in the collection that I did purchase was the Fenty Beauty, and it's the matchstick. So basically you can use this for concealing, bronzing, so on and so forth, and I got the colour Latte. I wasn't too sure about this colour, but it seemed to blend well once I put it on over the weekend, so not bad. Sorry if I'm looking down, it's only because I've got my mirror. So sorry about that, so my camera decided to stop recording, but basically I'm looking down because my mirror is down here. But yeah, so I absolutely love this, and basically I put on my foundation on the weekend at roughly about 6:45 in the evening. My makeup stayed perfectly, and I have photos to prove it on Instagram. Check me out on Instagram, it's Zaza _ Kai Kai. It's all linked below as always. I have evidence to show that this foundation lasted until 6:30 AM the next day. I didn't get creasing. I didn't get oily face. Like I said, I suffer with an oily T-zone. I'm used to my makeup faltering after like a full day. So for it to last all that time, and I did not use any powder at all whatsoever. I didn't even need to touch my makeup through the night. It was perfect. I'm just obsessed. Like, Rihanna, I love you. Thank you for bringing this into my life. You have saved makeup for me. Like, literally. Okay, so moving on. What I like to do at this stage, which is something I found, I actually learned, something that I learned from another YouTuber called Laura Lee, is to, when you're spraying your setting spray, is to actually get like a beauty blender or something spongy and actually dab it into your skin, and it helps to keep the finish that you like. So I like to kind of do this straight after I've done my foundation. I'm just like that. So I have another part of my Superdrug kind of haul, like mini haul, was my e.l.f. makeup mist and set, and this is it. And I just give it a shake and I spray it about 15 centimeters away from my face. Misty. And then I've just literally sprayed it all over my mirror. Like, why my life right now? Okay. Thank you, tissue. And then I literally just dab it into my skin with the bottom of my beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques beauty blender sponge thing, my bob. And yeah. Okay. Now I have been actually using for my mascara the Rimmel. I only use Rimmel London mascara. Now I've tried so many different mascaras from different makes and they're just not cutting it for me. Rimmel London seem to do the best mascaras for length and thickness, in my opinion. I don't like cloggy foundation. I'm still talking about foundation. I still have Rihanna on the brain. I don't like cloggy mascara, and Rimmel seems to have a way of making your eyelashes look thick but also look really extended and long. So I actually got the Rimmel London Extra 3D Lash, and it looks like that. Really been loving this. I've actually got it on already, but a little more mascara won't hurt you, you know? So, I love it. Especially for every day. So like when I'm going to work and stuff, like I don't wear makeup to work because I just don't have time for that. I have a 5-year-old that needs to go to school and I need to get to work, so I don't have time to be putting on full face of makeup. And to be honest, I just don't think I could ever be bothered. Like maybe once in a blue moon, but other than that, no. Then, so for powder, which I'm not going to apply today, but I wanted to let you know what I use. When I usually use like my Kiko foundation or my MAC foundation, it's usually the Rimmel London Stay Matte, and this one is actually with Rita Ora, and it's a long-lasting pressed powder. Looks like this. It is really good. I do notice that after, I'd say like half the day, maybe a bit longer, you may want to add a little bit more, because especially if you have, again, T-zone oil problems like me, maybe just to like pat it down over there again, or just get a blotting paper and just blot your oil away. But it's still good. I still like it, and it's really reasonably priced. I think it's about £4 from Superdrug. It's a really good powder, especially for that price. So next, let's talk about brows. So as you can see, I already done my brows. That's fine. We don't need to do it again. But let's tell you what I use. So this is another Rimmel London product, and it's running out. As you can see, I just use Rimmel London's pencil, and it's actually in the shade Black Brown. I love this. Like, this is the only pencil that has the correct color for me. Like, I don't want jet black because it looks stupid. I don't want brown because it just blends in. But black brown is perfect for me. So yes, I use the Rimmel London eyebrow pencil in the shade Black Brown. So as you can see, I've already got that on. But a good find that I found the other day, and I'm trying to remember how I found this product. I don't even remember. Maybe it was like on Instagram or Twitter or something. It's usually, I'm always on them. I'm always on them. If you don't follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is ZarNKai. That will also be down in the description box. Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook accounts will all be linked in the description. Okay, next product is the Maybelline Tattoo Brow Long Lasting Tint, and it looks a little bit like this. Now, I was very shocked by this product. I have the world's worst, make sure you have the world's worst eyebrows. Like, literally, I have no eyebrows. How can I have this much hair on my head, bodily hair, and have no hair on my eyebrows? How is it possible? So, for us struggling eyebrow people, I was very happy to find this product. Now, I do want to get my eyebrows done. What's it called? Microbladed. I want to get them microbladed. I don't like needles. I do have tattoos, but it's my face. Scares the hell out of me. Do I want needles on my face? Have to think about that one. However, until that time, and until I can actually get around the fact of the price to get my eyebrows microbladed, I found this product. Basically, in essence, this product, you apply it to the brow, you get the shape that you want, you use a Q-tip, as Americans call them, cotton bud as we do in the UK, and you neaten them up, make sure that they're the shape that you like. And I also noticed that you cannot just apply one coat. If you want a good you know, outcome. Apply it, make sure there's no thinner bits, make sure it's completely covered all of the brow that you want, in the shape that you want. And you have to let it sit for 20 minutes to 2 hours. Now I am obsessed like that. I like to make sure that my eyebrows come out as best that they can. So I left mine on for 2 hours. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but it was roughly around 2 hours. And they came out looking lovely. Like, not this, because this is very like bold, but they came out, because this is the color medium brown. I think this is the darkest you can get, which is a shame. Maybelline, we need darker black brown, please, please. But anyway, it comes out so that if one day I just really can't be bothered to do my eyebrows, I don't need to. I can get up, I can go out and not do my eyebrows. That's all I want out of life. That is all I literally want out of life, you know. Just to be able to go outside and not do my eyebrows. Because literally, that's how bad my eyebrow. I don't think you understand. Like, let's really take this in. They're that bad, right? So the downside of using this tattoo brow by Maybelline is washing your face or cleaning your face. I use micellar water when I'm taking off makeup, and then I'll wash my face. You have to completely avoid your eyebrows, because if it goes on your eyebrows, it will take the tattoo off. No one wants that. Because if you leave the tattoo on your eyebrows, oh look at that, I rushed, nothing, doesn't even transfer. Love it. Anyway, I left my eyebrow tattoo liquid on for about, for the 2 hours, and then you basically peel it off. It's fantastic. So it should potentially last for up to 3 days, as long as you do not exfoliate your eyebrows or use any, I wouldn't say chemicals, we don't use chemicals on our face like that, but anything that could wipe it off. So it's best to stick to water, but even then, you know, just be careful. You may need to reapply it, leave it another 20 minutes to an hour or so, do you know what I mean? But it's good for a night, and it's good, or a day, whatever. You just wanna, you don't wanna do your eyebrows, you just put it on, leave it for as long as you have, take it off, boom, done, go. Do you know what I mean? So that's that. I don't really contour and bronze and highlight unless I'm really in the mood for it, but if I do, it is really dirty, so excuse me. I use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and it looks like this. Like I said, it's dirty, excuse me, but hey ho. This is in, which one is this actually? So you get 8 different shades, and they look, oh, well, as you can see, they're interchangeable, so you can take them out and you can change them, which is great. But mine just fell on the floor and rolled up the room. I'll get that later. But they have dark tone that is quite good for my skin tone to do my contour, and I like this tone. So this tone down here is the HCP S05, and that is, which colour is that? I think it's tan, not sure. And I believe the other one that I use mostly for highlighter is this one, and I believe that is, wait, 1, 2, 3, I believe that's cream. So yeah, that's about it. And I don't generally use blusher. I don't feel like I need it, so I don't use it. And lastly, but not least, is lips. These beautiful things that you use to, I use the On a night out, I like to use purples and dark tones and a dark lip kind of girl. I think, especially with my skin tone, darker the lips, the better. So I have this NYX Epic Ink Lip Dye, and it is in the shade, what shade is this? Night Runner. I really like this shade. It is quite dark, it's different. It's not like the colour that you see. It's a bit darker, so if I apply this and show you. Yeah, and it's so soft. And it basically, it's like a lip paint. It kind of just tints your lips. Actually, it doesn't kind of tint your lips. It does tint your lips. But it's a lovely colour. And you can give it another coat if you want it to be darker, but I do generally like this colour. Had it for, I don't know, a few weeks, not that long. Used it a couple of times, I do really like it. So that's NYX Epic Ink in the colour Night Runner. So there you have it. That is my makeup. What I've been loving in the last couple of weeks in terms of makeup. I am absolutely, as you can tell from earlier in this video, obsessed with my Fenty Beauty, and I will be purchasing more. I just wanted to start off with the basics so I can make sure that I enjoy it. I might go back and see what else I want to purchase, but for now, I'm in love. Thank you, Rihanna. I do also want to say Rihanna is amazing for doing this. She created, I'm sure you've heard this everywhere, but she created 40 Shades. It's her first line of beauty. She created 40 shades, and if they are all like this, she's a genius. She created 40 foundation shades. That is matte. That doesn't transfer. There's not big on my hands. Like, and it stays. Genius. Just genius. I'm sorry if you don't like Rihanna, or you don't like hearing about Fenty Beauty, but you know what? I don't even. I don't have words. So that was my video today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you're all gonna go out and buy Fenty Beauty products and support Rihanna and her movement. I love the fact that she goes from extremely pale to very dark. I love it. I love the variation in shades. It's 40 shades. I'm loving my Maybelline tattoo brow, and yes, all the products that I've shown, I'm really enjoying them, and I hope that you can go out. I'll link everything in the description as much as I can find. Superdrugs, yeah, I think everything's like Superdrugs, Boots, and Harvey Nichols. I'll try and link them all in the description so you can go and purchase them for yourself. And if you are not already subscribed, please do go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Do go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Leave your little comments on what you thought about the makeup, how you feel this video was, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye guys.